Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I am a little bit late for the live stream, but that's all right. Let me pull up this thing on this phone. Hey, what's the matter? You want to take a break? Let me get a burp cloth. Let me get a burp cloth. Oh no, why is it only 3%? It's not good. It's not good. Alright, we'll just use this for right now. Hang on. Alright. There you go. Shit, I don't know why this was charging. I don't know why it's on 3%. Let's see. Alright, let me plug this in here. Shh, Dylan, relax. All right, I'm gonna let that charge for a minute and I'm gonna just use this phone here. I know, I don't know what happened. I'm somewhat of a mess. All right. Anyhow. Alrighty. A new chapter. What is George's energy towards me today? Energy for today is lucky, love, positivity, good energy, lucky energy. You're in a good place today, or he's feeling like he's in a good place today too. Marth, the Cancer's recent thoughts. Okay. Marth, Cancer's recent thoughts. Feeling like this Cancer is connecting with their intuition. They've been feeling a little bit out of balance recently, and they're trying to like get back. I don't know, things in their life seem very off, or they've been feeling very off. They're also dealing with a lot of indecision, feeling undecided about things that are going on, feeling a little bit weak about things that are going on. Like they need a moment to regroup. I think that's what they're doing. They're taking a pause and trying to figure out what they want, what direction they want their life to go in, and trying to reconnect with their intuition, which may be something that they never really did before, deal with their intuition or focus on their intuition. Intuition comes up strong around them recently. TD, did he look at my pictures more than once yesterday? Yes, he did. He did. It doesn't show, I don't know how many times, but it would be more than once. Anna, how is Christopher feeling towards me today? Feels that you are fiery, spiritual, happy, attractive, a little bit domineering sometimes, or a little bit strong-willed, intuitive. He's got a lot of respect for you. He could be a little indecisive sometimes. He's like, he doesn't always feel the same. His feelings change from time to time. He thinks that you're strong and courageous. Nana, who has a crush on me? You've got an air sign here, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. You also have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And moving forward, they may come out of the woods, like we're out of nowhere. You may not have any idea who these people are, and then all of a sudden they both show up at the same time, the same day, the same week. I always like it when there's more than one person around. Spreading your energy around is a good thing. It's a really good thing. Armani, does he talk to anyone else? Oh, wait, what are Juice's true feelings for me? Okay. How does Juice truly feel? Feels that you're strong. Feels that you're lucky, well balanced, patient. You make a really great friend. You're reliable, trustworthy, attractive. Attractive comes up again. They have a lot of respect for you. And they think that you're hardworking. This person definitely values you. They find you to be of value. Does he talk to anyone else? I only get a 33% chance he talks to anyone else. So, and that's normal. 33% chance would be like friends on Facebook or your next door neighbor or, the girl that makes the coffee, that kind of stuff. So 33% I'm happy with. Let's see, was there another question there? How does he feel? I texted him that I liked him and asked him if he liked me back, and he hasn't answered yet. Okay. Well, you know what? He comes up. The first thing that comes up around him is being lackadaisical. Like he's not putting in a lot of hard work right now. But it shows that he feels celebration around the text. So he was happy about it. It also shows a delay around happiness. But, this all could be because we're on lockdown. So, it may be different once, everything starts to open. And I believe that some states are going to be opening. One of my friends has a sister that lives, I think, in North or South Carolina, and their state should be opening. I think that she said sometime early May, I think it was. I can't remember now. But so I feel like this, if it wasn't for the lockdown thing, you may have happiness coming in sooner. Since we can't really do much, the Ten of Cups is in reverse. But I think that he was happy to hear that. He's going to get back to you. Maybe not right away. He may make you wait a little while because he may just not be sure what to say. But he's going to answer you. Talia, will I hear from Brian soon? Yes, you should be. You should be hearing from him soon. K. Is Bino going to apologize for how he treated me? I only get a 33% chance that at this point he's going to apologize. That could go up. That could change. But right now it's only showing 33%. Um, Marcella, messages from spirit guides. The Knight of Earth. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You've got a guardian angel. You've got two guardian angels. High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Balance, Archangel Zedkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Yeah, everyone loves Raymond is on. Is it too loud? I don't know where the remote is. But we were watching earlier the Golden Girls. And then that ended and Everyone Loves Raymond comes on. His mother in this show, she's so funny. Did you fall asleep? Oh, let me take that out of your mouth. Gotta get a bath today. TD. How does the Scorpio feel about me texting him? He feels good. Ten of Pentacles and the celebration card. He feels good. It's like a rich, fulfilling feeling. All right, I'm going to see if I can do it on this phone now because that phone's annoying. Susie, he said that he was coming over. That was 2 hours ago. Oh boy. All right, let's see. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to come because what you have here is the, she's laughing in her sleep, the 10 of Swords, which would indicate feeling stabbed in the back. There's also an argument and fight coming up, or a dispute of some type, and feeling uprooted, ungrounded, unstable. I got a feeling he's not going to show, and I think that it's not in his best interest not to show because he's skating on thin ice with you, so he better get his butt there. But the 10 of Swords can make you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. I don't know. I would try reaching out to him. I'm wondering what happened. Did you try to tell him that you wanted to go to his house instead? Like, I don't get that he deliberately plays games. I think that there's something off with him, like mentally. Like, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. Like, I'm going to tell her that I'm going to come and then I'm not going to show up. I think there's just something that it's not functioning right. T.E. Vet, General. Okay, heartache or heartbreak or being stabbed in the back and a betrayal is moving into the past. You're slowly but steadily moving away from that, whatever it was. Moving forward, you have a huge personal transformation coming in. You also have financial stability and a lot of money coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, a water sign comes in, a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. So I think you're about to embark on a huge personal transformation, which is it's a good thing. It's for the better. Anna, why don't Christopher invite me to hang out with him and his friends? Dylan, relax. He's got indecision around it. He also feels a little bit burdened by the situation. So I'm not 100% sure of why he doesn't want to mix the two. He just may not be ready yet. Um, it causes him stress. Like he stresses out about it. I don't know if he's got some shady friends, he doesn't want you to meet them, or he feels like the timing isn't right, but it's something that weighs heavy on his mind and he stresses out about it. It's like he's just not ready to bring the two worlds together. What is happening, Dylan? You need water? Let me get him some water. You need water, buddy? Are you out of water there, guy? Are you out of water? Is this what you need? No, that's not what you want. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Come lay down. Dylan, I'm busy. What do you want? What? Treat. There you go. All right, give him a treat. Give him a treat. Talia, for Sue. Okay. What was Sue's question? Let me see if I can find it on this one. How will my school application cycle go this year? Okay. What's the matter? You want to sit up? There you go. I think it's going to go really well. You got a wish around it. You could actually get into the school of your choice. It also looks like money around it may work out too, because you have the Three of Pentacles here, which would indicate that a relationship with money or around money is very stable and secure. I think it's going to go well for you. You should be able to get what you want. Ashmita, what has RJ been busy with the last few days? Well, he definitely has a work thing going on. There's definitely work stuff happening here that he's been busy with. Yeah, there's business stuff happening. Or that needs attention, stuff that needs attention. Sweet thing. Is Kenneth distant because of other women? 70% chance, yes. It's because of other women that he's either preoccupied or he's obligated to at this point. Choco, how does a Capricorn feel about seeing you today? I feel good. Okay. I know you want to sit up by yourself. You're almost there. Oh, wait. What's that? Is that a piece of my hair? Put that in your mouth. How does the Capricorn feel today about seeing me? Excellent. First of all, like they got a huge spiritual connection or intuitive connection to you and feeling very prepared, spontaneous, loving, moving forward. Yeah, it was good today. Whatever it was good. Ashmita, has he been missing? Has he been thinking about me and missing my messages? Yes, I get 33% chance that he's been thinking about you and missing your messages. Alondra, how did Marquis feel when I texted him today? Stable and balanced. I don't know if you texted him out of the blue. He feels like now things may be moving forward quickly. And he was like surprised in a good way, and he was very like stable and balanced. That's good. Adriana, what he felt the first time he saw me. Happy, lucky. He felt respect, and like you were classy, like you came off classy. Nina, general. You're going to have like a breakthrough with your intuition or spirituality coming up. You could be finding a new spiritual path, a new spiritual practice, but something that enhances your intuition is right about there. And feeling prepared to take it on or to embark on the journey. It's going to be one hell of a journey, but you're going to move forward fast. No, sharpening up your third eye, it's coming up pretty strong. And it's like the kind of thing, like once it starts, there's really no going back. So it's going to be quite a journey for you. New chapter. How will things be when I see George again, and will it be soon? It should be soon, or relatively soon. It looks like it may be a little bit of a roller coaster. It's like one step forward, two steps back, moving forward. But there's a lot of passion around the situation. The possibility of a new beginning or starting over. And this time there could be a lot more passion and a lot more respect. So I think that next time you see him, which I think it should be relatively soon, things, they may be a little bit like step forward, step back kind of a thing. But there's more to come, and like getting on like an even, like kind of going from being rocky ground to being a little bit more stable coming up. I think it's going to be good. You'll be in a better place with him soon, coming up around the corner. Adriana, I had a vision of him in the morning. Did he really do that at that moment? I had a vision of him in the morning. Did he really do that at the moment? Yes. I don't know what it is that he did, but the answer to the question is yes. Sweet thing. Kenneth called me this morning. What was the reason? You didn't speak to him? Let's see. Well, he's been thinking about you a lot. And I think he had free time. He was able to like check in, and that's like where his mind went. I don't know if you spoke to him or not. If you didn't, I think that he's going to call you again. I think he's looking to check in, see how you're doing. You want to flip over on your belly? On your belly, look out the window. There you go. You need a little help? There you have it. Allison. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. What does the last week of April look like for AT and KS's relationship? It looks like both of them may be preoccupied with some sort of work, or a money issue. It could be work. This could be physical work where you're actually going to work and getting paid, or it could be like work around the house. But whatever it is, they're preoccupied with some kind of work. There's also a money thing that's going on, and feeling like their relationship is either in a standstill or not moving forward fast. It's kind of like stalled at this point. They do feel like they've got good luck on their side, but it doesn't seem to be helping the situation. I don't know. It feels very stuck. The last week of April feels very stuck for them. Adriana, what's he going to do next regarding me and when? Timing wise would be within the next 3 weeks to 3 months. He shows up. He shows up with some kind of an offering of love, or an offer to do something, and you've got luck on your side. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So moving forward, he should show up with some kind of a wanting to do something out of the ordinary. Go out on a date. There's something. Dylan, lay down! Susie, I'm really hurting tonight. What happened? Well, this guy's really torturing you, so I don't blame you. Get up here. Lay down. What is it? What's under there? There's nothing under there. Where's your bone? There it is. It's right there. Come on. See, you are so much stronger than he is. You've got strength and success around you. You also have perseverance and celebration. He's got his intuition in reverse. He's holding himself back. He can't get out of his own way, and he's feeling a little bit unstable tonight. Did you try calling him and seeing where the hell is he? I think it's inexcusable when people act like this. Really, like if you're not 17, it's not fun. You know, it's not. We don't desire you more when you act like an asshole. I mean, you know, it's like that might be cool at 17. It's not cool anymore. I would try reaching out to him, and I wouldn't give an ultimatum, because I think if you give an ultimatum, it's going to make matters worse. But I would reach out to him with, hey, I'm concerned. Are you okay? You know, what the fuck? Did you drop dead? That kind of thing. Because it's the truth. I mean, look, most likely there is a reason why he didn't show up that has nothing to do with him being physically hurt. But you never know. I mean, things happen. You know, and people worry. I mean, my sister-in-law was waiting for a Target delivery, and she was concerned because the guy hadn't shown up. You know, somebody says that they're going to be there at 1 and it's 4 o'clock and they're not there yet. You hope that the guy didn't, you know, get killed on the way over. You don't know. So this behavior, to me, no matter who does it, is inexcusable. There are situations that come up. My friend Mark, one time leaving the gas station, left his cell phone on top of the car, and he drove off and ran over the cell phone. So is it possible that something happened to his phone and he couldn't call you because, you know, the phone is crushed? It's possible, but chances are that's not what happened. I would try calling him and coming from the angle of, I'm really worried about you, and see if you can get anywhere from him. Because I don't think that he is so much playing games with you as it is like some kind of a mental block that he just has not gotten there yet. And I don't feel like, I feel like if you were to call him up with the I'm not fucking waiting for you kind of an attitude, that's just going to push things further away. I would come at it as being honestly concerned. I don't understand why people just can't have common courtesy. I'm going to be late. What is the big deal? I'm going to be calling somebody and saying I'm going to be late is much more acceptable than just not showing up. Ariane, what's coming in for C's work? But I would reach out to him. C's work. Okay, if he's not working right now, or even if he is working, it doesn't matter. If things are moving forward for him quickly, coming up in the near future. He's also going to get an offer of some type that could be bringing in some more money. He's got a wish around work, 9 of Cups, and something else could come in out of the blue that's celebratory, something that you're not even counting on. So I think that he'll be fine work-wise. I think he'll actually probably be pretty busy. What's the matter, Pumpkin? What's the matter, Pumpkin? Got a lot of problems today. Don't start now. Not you, once I got the other guy settled down. Stephanie, how is T feeling about me still no contact? Okay. You're being a good girl. All right. Oh, that's a sad face. All right. Shh. You're all right. Okay, his feelings for you have not changed. He is currently holding himself back because he feels like he needs a break or he needs a minute to breathe, but he's still attracted to you. He still plans on having more to come. I wouldn't get too stressed out over, not hearing from him over a couple of days, because I think that he's going to want to reconnect pretty soon. I think he's like taking a breath. He's like just backing up for his own mental health. But his feelings for you haven't changed at all, so that's a good thing. Priscilla, general reading for finances and love. Okay, when it comes to love, somebody from your past may be coming back. They may be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. They may be someone who comes in out of the blue. Coming out of the blue like this feels very Aquarian to me. Doesn't have to be, though. You have a wish comes in around love. Dylan, quiet down. Now, when it comes to finances, things may be a little difficult over the next couple of weeks. There may be some indecision around finances. But once we get past that, once we get through this whole pandemic stuff, moving forward, you're going to have a little bit of a transformation coming in. And there's going to be some more money coming in as well. You may even be paying off a debt, a bill, or something that's been hanging over your head or gnawing at you. So I think next couple of weeks may be a little bit frustrating, but once we get past the next couple of weeks, you should be in a much better place when it comes to love and finances. Stephanie, how are R&T? Are they working things out? No, they actually may be stuck in like a stalemate with like in some kind of a fight. Like they're stuck in like not moving forward, not moving back. I don't think he's really talking to her much right now either. Hasti, AG the Pisces sun, current thoughts for me. The Pisces sun, I think, wants things to move forward with the two of you. He's got the 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. See, he's got some money coming in around him. That this doesn't have to do with work. There's money coming in around him that could be a gift. He wants things to move forward with you. I think that he's kind of leaning towards that at this point. Adriana, how would it be if I ended marrying him? How would it be if you ended up marrying him? All right, let's see. You talking to Dylan's butt? All right, well, I want to talk to Dylan's butt. If you ended up marrying him, it looks like you would be pretty happy, but there would be a delay when it comes to happiness. So maybe somewhat of a struggle for a while before you guys wound up on happy terms. I mean, there's the soulmate connection here. Same thing with money. 10 of Pentacles is in reverse, which would indicate that there would be money around the relationship. Probably a lot of money, but it would take a minute to get there. So it could be a little bit frustrating for a while. Maybe the early years may be a little bit frustrating. But once you kind of got back on track, you know, or you guys would end up very happy together. Where am I? Rosie. Did G the Scorpio ever do love spells or magic on me? All right, that's a good one. Let's see. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think he dabbled with it a little bit, yeah. Gabs. How does my grandmother feel about Chantel Thomas? How does my grandmother feel about Chantel Thomas? Okay. How does my grandmother feel about Chantel Thomas? Oh boy. Well, I'm not. Okay, I'm not sure that your grandmother really trusts this Chantel. It shows here that she feels like there's a lot of arguments. And there's also a tower moment here. I'm not... The devil is here too. I don't think that she really cares for her. I don't know if she doesn't want to say it. But she feels like she's bad luck. And she feels like she's maybe a little bit wild. Or she causes trouble. I'm not thinking that your grandmother really wants her to either be part of your life, or I don't think that she thinks that she's a good influence on you. I'm not sure what your relationship is. If this is someone who's just a friend, she may be thinking that she's somebody that you shouldn't trust and she could get you in trouble. The tower is like a disaster, and then there's fights that come up around the tower, and also the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which would be unlucky. So I don't think that your grandmother cares for her at all, to be quite honest. I don't know if she's ever come right out and said that to you, but I think that she feels like she either causes you trouble or could get you in trouble, or she's genuinely a bad influence. Thank you for that. Susie. I feel so down. My kids are angry because I chose him tonight to come over and then he didn't show. My mother is angry with me and I feel like crap, but I still love him and I hate him too. This is so common. This is so common. Just so that you know you're not alone. This happens a lot, especially women that have children, because, you know, growing up, like, my parents were divorced, and when I look back on our home life after the divorce, my mom had a couple of boyfriends that we didn't like. She actually got involved with somebody at one point who had like a serious drug problem. And of course, you know, you never find out at the moment. You find out always X amount of months in and you're already vested. So similar to how you're saying is, she really cared for him. You know, it's not easy to throw somebody out when you care for them just because they have a problem. I mean, we're human beings. We have problems, you know. It's not easy. And he was living with us at the time. So, yeah, it was difficult. And we were at that point, we were similar to your kids. Like, we were like, you know, how dare you bring this guy in here? And then this guy, like, he would think like, oh, he's going to call a family meeting. And we would be like, oh, who the fuck is he? You know, because at the time, like, I think at the time I was like 18 or 19. And my brother was like, you know, like, that's how we were teenagers. So you can just imagine how we treated them. But you're caught between a rock and a hard place, because you can't shut your feelings off for somebody just because they either have some type of a problem or just because they do something shitty to you once or twice or 10 times. It's not easy. I get that. And you don't want to make your kids feel like they come second choice to this guy who's, you know, not doing the right thing to begin with. I don't blame you for feeling the way that you feel. Let's take a look and see what the cards have to say. And my mom went through that a little bit with her parents, because as the relationship progressed with this guy that was living with us, you know, we didn't know. He's like, that's the thing. It's not like he showed up and said, hey, listen, I have a drug problem. I'm going to, you know, take off with your car and not, you know, and get fired from my job, and you're not going to have a car. And I mean, the craziness that went on. So my grandparents were both alive at that time, and my grandparents would come over, and like my mom, like the guy, he left once with her car and didn't come back. And it's like, the car was like impounded someplace, and my grandfather had to go and get the car out of the impound lot or whatever. And my grandfather was like, I mean, like, as shitty as you know the relationship was with my parents when it ended, my father didn't pull stunts like that. I mean, at all. So my grandfather was like beyond and beside himself that he had to go and get this car out of the. My grandmother said that when they picked it up with like a big fork, and it like picked it up and moved the car like that. My grandparents were like, but what do you do when you care about somebody? You know, it's very hard to, you know, shut those feelings off. Well, here's the good news. First card that comes up around you is happiness. So this too shall pass. I hate when people say that to me. I want to kick them in the throat, but that's what comes up. It also shows that he's going to show up out of the blue. If you don't hear from him today or you don't see him today, he's going to get in touch with you, but we already know that. He's feeling very burdened about something, or this could actually be you feeling the burden and in a lot of contemplation, thinking about things. There's going to be a little bit more arguing and bickering about this between your kids and your mom, but it's going to pass. And you have a lot of strength around you, so you'll be able to deal with it. Don't hold yourself back, though. I would tell everybody exactly how you feel in a nice way, because you know, like, we're all human and we're all trying to get through this and this shit show here that we call life. And you know, the worlds are colliding for you right now, but you're not the only person. Like, we've been through this. Like, my brother and I can't even tell you. Sometimes my brother's like, I don't even know where I had the balls. One time this guy went out, and at this time he had his own leased car, which was a bad idea. But at the time we didn't know. He went out and he didn't come back, and then I don't know, he hit a curb or something. I don't know what he did, but he blew out 2 tires and he needed to put tires on the car. But he was like missing in action. So he had, like, the guy from Sears called my house asking if we knew him, and my brother was like, no, I don't know him. And my brother said he could hear him in the background, Johnny, tell him that you know me, tell him that you know me. And my brother was like, nah, I don't know that guy. Can you imagine? He was trying to put new tires on his car, charge them to my mother's account, and then he was out on some sort of a bender doing God knows what with God knows who. I mean, so there was a lot of hell around our house in those years too. But the good news is that it does pass. It isn't going to last forever. And it's hard to shut your feelings off for someone. In my mother's case, the way it happened, I don't even really remember. But I think she finally just, after 2 years, she stood up and she threw him out. She was like, well, I can't have this anymore. You know, like, you can make a choice to get clean, go to rehab, do what you have to do, and we'll be here and we'll be supportive of you. But he kept falling off the wagon every time. So, you know, when you get to that point, you'll get to that point. Or he'll clean up before then. He'll get his act together before then. Unfortunately, you're stuck right in the middle of the shitstorm right now. Susie, I deleted him, but I can't take much more, really. No, I don't blame you. If you make a decision to delete him, and in a situation like this would be something where I can understand you deleting him, because you're really coming to a breaking point. His behavior is crazy. His behavior is unpredictable. The kids are upset. Your mother's upset. It's starting to get toxic. You know, like, when there are other people around, you know, it's like a lot that's weighing on you. I don't blame you for deleting him. And if you don't hear from him, like, you can make that decision. And I told you I had to make that decision once. Like, I saw something and it was like, that was the moment in time where I was like, this shit stops here. I don't have to love you anymore. I don't have to want to be with you anymore. I take back my love now because you don't deserve it. And you can make that decision. It's hard, but it does get easier. You just, if you make that decision and you don't want to speak to him anymore, you stick with it. Every time you ignore him or you don't answer him, it will be that much easier to do it the next time. I know that it's difficult. I know it is. But you know something? You'll get past it. And think about it. Like, imagine if somebody showed up that was easy, that showed up when they said that they were going to show up. You know, there's somebody out there that will do that for you, that will do as they say that they're going to do. Could be a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It could be somebody who's very well balanced, somebody who has a little bit of money, somebody who's a little bit spiritually connected. They may be a slow mover. You may not even be so sure of them at the time when they show up, but you have a wish around this relationship. So there's somebody else coming in if you choose to end this with him. And I don't think anybody would blame you if you did end it, because you've been through hell with this guy. Hasti, is my chapter with MB, the Libra Sun, Moon, over? Will he come back around? Okay. Is the Libra going to come back around? I think he's going to come back around. I think he's going to come back around, but I don't know how much more is going to come from it. I think that you're really looking to settle down, and I'm not so sure that he's going to be on that same page. Elizabeth, does any of my friends' brother have feelings? Does any of my friends' brothers have feelings for me? Okay. Not at this point. I'm not seeing any. Nobody specific is showing up that strong. Sweet thing, is Kenneth playing mind games or out of spite? I think that he may be being a little spiteful at times. I don't think he's really trying to play mind games with you. I don't think so. I think he is a little bit spiteful, or he can be a little bit spiteful. What's going on, miss? What is going on here, miss? Inez. Love reading for the next few weeks. Okay, let's check out Inez. All right. All right. You want to fall asleep? You can fall asleep. Take a snoozer. Okay, over the next couple of weeks, it looks like you've got a Virgo coming in around you. You also have an Aries coming in around you. It looks like, though, there may be heartbreak with one of the people and a new beginning with the other person. And it also looks like you may be choosing to leave things in the past behind and move on to greener pastures. So let's just say, for example, you were once with this Virgo. You may decide to move on to the Aries because things aren't working for you. Six of Swords would indicate that you're moving on to something bigger, something better, something that works better for you. Anna, does Christopher talk about me to his friends? You want more milk? What do you want? What do you want? Want me to go get you more milk? I think you ate enough. I'll go get it. Hang on. Relax, Jack. Relax, Jack. Yeah, you wanted more? Alrighty. It doesn't look like he talks much. He may mention you. He may bring you up in conversation, but I don't think he really talks about you to them. I think he kind of keeps it to himself. Inez, what does N want his feelings towards me? He's a little bit unprepared. A little bit unprepared. He's happy when he's around you, but he feels a little bit weighed down by this situation. I don't think he's ready to take things to the next level, or I don't think he wants things to move forward yet, because I don't think he's ready for it. Over the next couple of months, though, you may see a change in him because he's beginning a personal transformation. Things may change over the next couple of months, but right now he's feeling like he's not sure what he wants, and he's a little bit stressed out by things. He doesn't want to commit. He's unsure of his feelings and what he wants out of life. He needs a little more time. TD, I feel like the Aries wants to talk to me, but feels embarrassed from how he ghosted me again. Is that how he's feeling? See, that's so common. Yeah, I think so too. I just did a reading for someone this afternoon and that came up. Like the person, and it happens a lot where their intention, like they don't say, "Oh, it's April 19th, I'm not talking to her ever again." It's like they don't make the phone call on the 20th and they're like, okay, I'm going to call on the 21st, and then time kind of gets away, and then they feel like, okay, well, now I don't have the time because I'm going to have to explain where I was, and then more time gets away, and then they start to feel embarrassed, like, well, what am I going to say that I'm such an asshole? God forbid anybody just actually pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry I was a shithead, but this is what happened. But that's why I always suggest to people to reach out, because it cuts all that time. You know, like we always think that like, like be a fucking man, pick up the phone. But it can be very hard for them. It can be very hard. That's why I always suggest that if you could make the first call, it cuts out all that, cuts out all the time and the waiting and the wondering. Anna, what does he say about me to his friends? He doesn't really talk about you. He mentions you sometimes, like you may come up in conversation, but he doesn't talk about you to them. He doesn't ask for their opinion. He doesn't, like he may say, oh, I'm going over here with Anna, or, I was with Anna last night, but he doesn't really talk about you to them. It doesn't look like he really talks about much. Like he's not like he doesn't really talk about things with friends. Like they just kind of hang out. It doesn't look like there's anyone that he really confides in, or he like talking about things is just not his thing.
We're all afraid of that. But the important thing is to be ready. See, your father and I have all we need right in here. We have our will and our insurance and a deed to our.
What is this? This message is held for review. Who's reviewing it? Oh, me? I have to review it, maybe? All right, let's show it. Let's see what that says. Oh, I guess they didn't want to show your email address. That's what I guess. Allison, why did Al unfriend me on Snap after he said he wanted to work things out? Yeah, he's all over the place. He's unbalanced. He's not persevering. He feels like he says one thing, he does another. He's going to be a lot of work, a lot of work for you. He's going to continue to say one thing and do another. He's unbalanced. He's like very selfish. He cares about himself. He wants to have choices, but he doesn't want anyone else to have choices. I would be careful with this guy, only because he looks like he's a lot of work. And, there may be somebody else out there that's not so much work. And not so much of this bullshit drama. Like, life is so short. Why do people want to deal with drama? Like, why do you say that you want to work things out and then you unfriend me? I mean, you know what I mean? It makes no sense. And Marcella, General. You are going to be moving into a much better place. Feeling like you're breathing a sigh of relief. Feeling like things are starting to move in the right direction. You've got a love connection coming in with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, if you're not with anyone right now. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship can take on deeper emotions. You may be making a decision moving forward. There may be a Pisces around you too, and you're walking away from things that don't work for you. You're moving into a place where you're like, if it's not working for me, I'm not doing it. You know, it's like I'm not putting in effort anymore to things that don't work. I'm not going to be running against the wind. You know, I'm doing things my way, and I think that that's good. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. I think you're moving into a place where you're going to be putting yourself first more. And you know, it's not like a selfish kind of a thing. It's like the kind of thing where, you know, it's like I have to care for myself first before I can care for anyone else, which is the truth. They tell you that in the airplane. You put on your oxygen mask first, then you help the person next to you. So it's in a good way. Julie, will I pass my lecture exam 75% or higher on April 22nd? Yes, I think you will. I think you will. I think you'll do just fine. Christy, Avery's health seems worse. Will we get answers soon? You're going to get answers. It's going to take, I think it's going to take a lot of, not fighting, but like fighting to get answers, to see different doctors, to try different things. But I think you're going to get answers. Yeah, like you're going to have to be stern with these people or with the insurance company or with whoever, but you're going to get your way. Julie, is Donald telling lies about not being with his girlfriend this weekend? He's not lying. Nope, he's not lying. Marth, does the Cancer think about kissing me? Yes. Armani, does Juice have a crush on me? Yes. How is he going to respond to me saying that I like him? He's really happy no matter what he says, and he's going to be stepping up to the plate. You've got the love cup here full, but he may try to play it really cool, and he may try to act like, you know, it's no big deal, but it really is a big deal to him. Sweet thing. Kenneth put me in the friend zone. No, he may say it. You might feel like that, but he hasn't. Susie, I called him numerous times. Is he getting them? Okay. I think he's getting them. Yeah, I do think he's getting them. Sweet thing. Do you see a future for me and Kenneth? You got a 70% chance, yes, you could have a future with him. Allison, did AT get a new car, or is that the new girl's car? All right, did AT get a new car? I get a 70% chance, yes, she got a new car. Rosie. Does Jade the Pisces ever have wishes or regrets of us not being together? Yeah, actually, he thinks about it a lot. He thinks about all kinds of things a lot. Yeah. You know, if things were different, or I kind of wish that things turned out different. One thing that's funny, and my father always says this, they will regret it. So whoever it is, whatever the situation is, my father always says, trust me when I tell you, they will regret it. And he's always right. And I always, like, it's happened to me several times over the course of my life where, like, maybe years later I would run into the person and they would say to me, you know what, I really wish that this would have happened instead, or I wish I could have done that differently. So yeah, I do believe that this person's feeling that way. Georgia, what are RS's plans for us in the future? Doesn't have any plans. Doesn't know. Is unsure. Right now is feeling very burdened, feeling very unprepared, and feeling a little bit stabbed in the back. Doesn't have anything planned for the future. I don't know, I'm talking about depth here, okay? Lifting some cheap insoles, you're gonna change my whole outlook. Sister, how's he feeling towards me? Feels that you're creative, stable. He's a little undecided. He kind of goes back and forth. He thinks that you're caring, but that you can be a lot of work, or that you could be a lot of work for him, like a lot of fighting or a lot of drama. Feels that you're happy, nice, respectable, you make a good friend, and that you're very intuitive. Julie, when will Donald's girlfriend realize that she doesn't want him? Timing. Okay. Probably this June, or around June. Krista, how's Jay feeling about his current living situation? He feels like it holds him back. He feels like it holds him back. He feels like he may want to leave it. And it's a double-edged sword. Krista, how is Jay currently feeling about our connection? He feels good about the connection. Sometimes he worries about the other people that are involved, like what would other people think, or how would other people treat him after all is said and done. But you know what? You can't live like that. It also looks like there's happiness around him when he thinks about the relationship. It makes him happy, and that he can see things moving forward. Priscilla, what are Eric's feelings and thoughts about me? First card, lovers. So that's like serious connection. He thinks that you're, there's a celebration around the situation. Thinks that you're attractive, happy, hardworking, kind, peaceful, respectable, and very attractive. Mimi, how is love looking for me this summer? It looks like there's celebration around love this summer, and it also looks like things can move forward pretty quickly. Hangman is also in reverse, which would echo that sentiment. And it looks like if you're not with anyone right now, you have an earth sign coming in who's going to make you feel like you can breathe a sigh of relief. Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It looks like this person may be a business owner, or they may be a business owner, or you may meet them around some kind of a business deal or their job. And it also looks like they're going to be very well prepared. Oh, I skipped Adriana. Oh my God, I must have missed it a long time ago. I don't even see it here. He used to come down to hide from mom. Remember when we all ended up down here at the same time? And mom locked us in to teach us a lesson. Adriana, can you send it with purple hearts? Yeah. Good times. Susie, I feel like such a piece of crap. Will I ever get it right? Yes, you will, and this is not your fault. Like, you shouldn't feel like a piece of crap because you didn't do anything wrong. Look, you got the sun. You got the sun coming in and a wish. Now, if you, there's also, yeah, you got a love connection coming in. And you're going to have choices around love, which is a good thing. Use your intuition. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you didn't purposely set out to find a guy who was kind of fucked up, or who was kind of scattered and all over the place, or who didn't do the right thing. This is what makes me crazy. There's no excuse for leaving somebody hanging. You know, like if it happens once, like there is a time recently I went to work and I just happened to hear the director of the program said to one of the employees, she's like, I was really worried about you and I didn't hear from you. And I guess she didn't show up for work. I guess that's what happened. And the girl's answer was like, she's like, I know, I'm sorry, but I lost my phone and all the contacts. So she couldn't call in and say that she wasn't coming in because she didn't have any contacts. It happens. And when it happens to somebody that you don't expect it from, like somebody like me, I'm super reliable. If I don't show up, there's a problem. But when somebody does it to you or has done it before or leaves you hanging like that, it's fucking inexcusable. Like, this isn't how we treat people. Like, if you're supposed to be someplace at 5 o'clock, be there at 5 o'clock. If you're going to be late, it's common courtesy to pick up the phone and say, listen, I probably won't be there until 6. Or, I don't think I'm going to make it today. My mother needs me. My father needs me. I have to go to work. I don't feel good, whatever. And then to turn it around and to absorb the blame for it. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You're allowed to have relationships. And you know what? Not everyone's going to like the person that you choose, but it's your business who you decide to be with. Not anybody else's. They don't have to like them. I know it's hard. It's really hard because then you also have the factor that now they know that he didn't show up. You know, so now it looks even worse. But you know, you can't help it. It's like, it would be very easy for us to just be like this and be like, well, you know, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. But unfortunately, for most people, the caring goes away when somebody else shows up. which is why I always think that it's healthy to have other people around you, even if you're not in love with them and you're not super attracted to them, but just talking to somebody else can kind of, you know, take the energy away from the first person, which is a good thing. Um, I mean, I totally get why you feel like a piece of crap, but you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. So, you know, try not to look at it like this is your fault, because it's not. You know, it's, I remember years ago, my boyfriend Tom, who I always talk about, and he was really good for years. Like, it was never a question. And I remember getting really annoyed with one of my friends because when things were really shitty between Tom and I remember somehow we were talking about going somewhere. I think it was to like, I don't know, the shore or something, wherever. And my friend was like, well, he's not going to come. And I get so mad at her. Like, why do you have to answer like that? Like, just keep your fucking mouth shut if you think he's not going to show up. And I was like, well, maybe he will. And she was like, no, he's not. And I got so mad because I just thought it was so rude and so uncalled for. But looking back on it, obviously I can see why she felt that way. But why would I be embarrassed by that? And I always, like, I get embarrassed easily. And I'm like, why am I embarrassed by somebody else's bad behavior? Like, it's bad. It's not like, what kind of a person? Like, if we were supposed to leave to go somewhere and you just decide to not show up with no explanation, why does that make me feel embarrassed? It has nothing to do with me. I'm only responsible for this person. I can only be responsible for what this person does. I can't be responsible for what he does. But yet I would feel embarrassed, like I did something wrong, you know? But it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Sweet thing. Is Kenneth Hart with me? What, is there love between the two of you? Is that the question? Let me see. Does he have love for you? I think he does. Yeah, not only is there love here, but there is like divine guidance here. Yeah, there's definite feelings here, and it's more than just friendship. Sister, I thought B and I were friends. She's another tarot reader. I've paid her for readings. They usually help, but after knowing more about my situation, her last reading, she seemed fed up and blamed me. Is there more to that? Introducing Fresh Step Clean Paws. With low tracking litter, your vacuum becomes a cat toy. Let's make litter less of a mess. Let's start fresh. All right, let's just see. When their sensitive skin runs into messy stains, you can count on all free clear, the #1 doctor recommended. All right, this is another situation where it's not your fault. I mean, there is a tower here, so she did blow up and she did blame you, and your feelings are valid in that. I don't know what she's been saying to you over like the course of whatever, but basically I don't know how to say it without like, I can understand her frustration, right? Because I have read for people that where I would get frustrated sometimes where, you know, like if they were playing like the victim, like somebody that's always like allowing the situation to victimize them, whatever the situation is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be a relationship at work. Like the same person that's telling me that they don't get paid equally is the same person that's saying that, well, he doesn't like me because I'm fat, or he doesn't like me because I've got brown hair, or whatever. Like always a victim, you know? And I can understand it because it can be very frustrating, because it's like, I'm trying to give you advice so that you change the energy of the situation, but you keep falling back into old patterns. However, my idea of being a tarot reader or being someone who is giving advice, whether you take it or not, is your business. It's my opinion. It's what the cards say. It's how I interpret them. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, that's for you to decide. It's not really my job to blame somebody. I mean, you know, like I can tell you, like there are certain things where, like repeated things that kind of, you know, like where like people are like, well, where am I going to meet my husband? What day, what time, and in what place? And I'm like, I don't know. If I knew that, now if I knew that, but you got to look at the situation where most people that are asking a question are asking because there is something that is hurting them. And I don't care what it is. It's not here for me to decide that, you know, your situation is stupid or that's dumb. Like that's not for me to decide. You're hurt over something, you have a right to feel hurt, and you should be able to feel safe in asking the question, and that you're not going to be spoken to like that, because you're already like, you don't kick someone when they're down. If you can't help them up, then at least say nothing. Tell them, listen, I can't I can't help you. I don't send me any more money, please. I can't do this anymore. Or make up an excuse that you're busy or whatever, you can't handle it. But when somebody comes to you because they're hurt or they're upset, I don't believe that it's my place or anybody else's to take it out on the person who is hurt or victimized by the situation. I don't care what the situation is that surrounds it. I'm not here to judge that. You know, like I'm here to tell you how I can help. And if I can't help and I really don't think it's working, or I really feel like something is detrimental to your health and your well-being, that's gone beyond the point of, well, he's just an asshole that didn't show up. You know what I mean? Like being an asshole and not showing up, hurting somebody's feelings. Okay, you're an asshole, but that's one thing. But really, like beating somebody down or like really abusing somebody, like that's when I would say, but I still wouldn't make you be the one. Like you're the person coming to me for help, right? So it's not my job to blow up at you. Whether you like what I have to say or not, you can always choose to see a different reader. But as long as you have a relationship with somebody that is of you're paying them for a service, they shouldn't be abusing you, in my opinion. And to blow up and blame somebody, I mean, we've all made mistakes. We've all done something we shouldn't have done. We've all felt regret later. I don't think that it's fair to blame the person, especially when somebody is obviously in a vulnerable position. Otherwise, they wouldn't be looking for an answer. I mean, to me, that's not fair. For you, my suggestion would be to, you know, you can find a different reader, or you know, take some time, you know, and distance yourself a little bit. You don't need to pay somebody and then be spoken to like that, or be made to feel like you did something wrong. We've all done things wrong. We've all handled things incorrectly at one point or another. We've all gone out with the wrong guy. We've all cried over it. We've all cried over it for too long. We've all, you know, done shitty things to somebody that didn't deserve it, or hurt somebody's feelings without realizing it. You know, we're human. If we were not put on this earth to be perfect, we know that from the people that we deal with. We're not perfect. So my suggestion to you would either take a little bit of time. I mean, she could have been having a bad day. She's human too. But I think that, you know, when somebody needs to be lifted up or picked up or helped, to blame them or make it, you know, is it your fault? Yeah, I mean, there are things that are definitely your fault. There are things that are his fault. Nobody is 100% wrong. Nobody's 100% right. But you're already feeling bad enough that I don't think it's fair to treat someone like that. But that's, like I said, it's my opinion. Do with it what you wish. I think I'm looking for one for Adriana too that I didn't answer yet. Mimi. Is the chapter with me and JDJ completely over? I don't think so. I think there's more to come. I think there's more to come. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, there's Adriana. Okay. When I get to leave my parents' home, will I be leaving alone or with roommates or a partner? That's a good question. I think that you leave first and you move in with roommates. I think that that's what happens first. And I think it's going to be a good experience for you. That's something I feel like I missed out on in my own life. I never had roommates. Coco, love reading for me and Kay. Let me just check the time because you know I got to eat before a certain time. Otherwise, I can't eat. Can we cut off the super chats now so that I can make sure that I get to eat? And I'll be back on tonight about 10. Love reading for me and Kay. You may go through a tough moment, or you may have just gone through a tough moment. Tower is in reverse, but you also have the Three of Swords, which would be, this is kind of moving into the past, heartbreak, heartache, whatever, moving into the past, moving forward. You have a delay around happiness, but the happiness is still destined to come, so don't worry. It looks like there's a delay when it comes to happiness around this relationship, but you do reconnect. So give it some time. There's going to be more to come from this. Maybe not until we get into like early summer or the summertime, things may take off. Moon. Two of my friends gave me shit saying my angry emails to him were so brutal that I pushed him away forever and I was justified. I feel judged by them and that they're empathizing with him and not me. Well, I mean, I do think that they are empathizing with him and not you. I don't know what the emails said, but I know that this relationship with you and him has been back and forth and up and down, and it hasn't been easy on you. My suggestion would be to not talk to anybody really about this situation, because I think that a lot of your friends have gotten to the point where they're frustrated and they don't know what else. They don't know what else to say to you. In their eyes, things are not working. You should forget about him. You should stop trying to make things better. It's not happening. Leave it alone. But in your eyes, you're not done with it yet. And there is transformation coming. So my suggestion would be to not tell anybody anything. Just, you know, like the less people that you tell, the less you're going to have to explain it. And you just do what you think is best. My suggestion would be to not reach out to him. I would not argue with him. I wouldn't send any more emails. I would leave things alone. But you've got to do what you feel is right. And I wouldn't talk to anybody because they're going to just keep doubling down on this. They've gotten to the point where they're tired of hearing it. They don't want to, you know, they are siding with him because they feel like, you know what the situation is. He's not coming forward. They feel like you're beating a dead horse. Armani, does Juice have a crush on me? Oh, did I do this one already? I think I did this one already. I think I said, yes, he has a crush on you. He's going to act like it's not a big deal, right? He's going to act like it's not a big deal, but he is really happy about it. And he's not going to tell you right away that he likes you too. It may take him some time. TD, I feel hurt from him. If I reach out, will he think I'm desperate? He's not going to think that you're desperate, but he is going to feel like the ball is in his court, and that he's not going to get desperate. He's not going to feel like you're desperate at all, but he's going to feel like he's in control. It's a tough call. I don't think that he's going to think that you're desperate at all. I don't get that at all from him. New chapter. What's the energy between George and Catherine today? They may be arguing. There may be a little bit of fighting going on here. Gabs, what kind of any kinds of deception is around me? I'm not really seeing any deception here. I don't think anybody is deliberately trying to lie to you or screw you up or anything like that. No, I don't think so. It actually looks like you got some success around you coming in. You got some passion coming in. You have some good friends around you. Some people around you that really value you, that think that you're, they have a lot of respect for you. Oh, you're welcome, Susie. Adriana, when will it be our first date and how's it going to be? It's going to be a little awkward at first. It may not be until sometime this fall. It'll be a little awkward at first, but then after a little while, like maybe after an hour or so, things start to feel a little bit more laid back and easy. And you're not like, you may be like a little nervous and self-conscious in the beginning, and he may be too, but then it kind of goes away. Maybe halfway through the date. Jelena, love reading for the rest of 2020. Love reading for the rest of 2020. Okay. It looks like before the end of 2020, you should be in a relationship, probably with an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This person may be financially stable. They may be, it may be divinely guided. You may be at the right place at the right time, and it could be something that changes your life overnight. Susie had a drinking problem years ago, and you're worried. You're worried about him. He used to have a drinking problem. Okay. I'm not seeing the devil. The devil's not showing up around him, so I can't say that he's definitely drinking. I'm not convinced that that's what he's doing right now. I wouldn't worry about that.
Healthier skin, healthier us. What's the secret to natural bliss? We choose perfect, simple ingredients.
Julie, will I pass my third rotation concept map assignment? Yeah, you will. Yes, I think you will.
No chopping, no blending, no cleaning. Just pouring. The best things in life are made simply. Successful has under blocking technology. We hear
Sweet thing, love reading. You have a Virgo around you. Use your intuition. This person is going to bring a lot of luck into your life. You're also leaving past regrets in the past and moving forward. You also have another love interest coming in that's going to be coming in with an offering of love. That they may even be a little bit over the top for you, and you may be kind of nervous, but there's a wish around that situation too. I think that person's going to be in Aries. You may have some nice choices coming up in the near future. Rosie, I think the magic spells did on me, or just love spells to keep me, but I left eventually. Should I be concerned about it anyway? No. No. Anytime that you feel like anyone's been doing anything like that around you, if it really makes you nervous, you can bathe with salt water, use a salt scrub. You can also light white candles, black candles, sage, wear Florida water. You can wear white clear quartz, or black stones are great. Just make sure that you cleanse black stones, black tourmaline, black obsidian, black onyx, anything like that is good for negativity.
Okay, okay. Let's think another day. We have three.
Miss Anna, why won't Jay forgive himself and his lack of communication with me and call me soon to break this for months? He will. He will. You've got good luck around you. You also have a connection to your intuition. You and him have a good psychic connection. It may take some time. I don't think that you may not hear from him like right away, but I think that you're going to hear from him. I feel like he's going to show up at some point. Ashley, will I get the paraprofessional job for CM? I think you could get that job. Allison, what does Spirit want me to know? Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Balance, Archangel Zedkiel, a need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, friendly, artistic. A new person enters your life. Heightened psychic abilities. I did Jelena, right? Did I skip anybody? Let me know. All right, well, I wait for the moderators. I'm going to run through here and pull off some people that I didn't answer. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm going to have to get off here and eat. Otherwise, my time is going to expire. And I won't be able to eat again until tomorrow. Let me see. All right, Zara, what's the Pisces going to do with me now after his typical messages he sent to me after Easter? I replied to him, but nothing more from his side. He's going to reply again. Don't worry. Look at what you got here. Lovers. You've also got divine timing around you and this changing quickly. Don't worry about it. You're going to get back on track with him, I think. SARS. What's the arguments or hardship that's going on with the Pisces? He's got hardships or something that's happening around business, work, or a job. Yeah, definitely around money. It could be with his boss because the emperor is here, or the owner of the company, something of that nature. And it looks like it's really stressing him out. I think it has to do with work, career, money, boss, that kind of thing. Um, Let me do Nav. What's coming in for me in love for the month of May? Passion and success around love comes in the month of May. The ability to manifest happiness in the month of May. May should be good for you. Um, Mihek, what's coming towards me in the near future? You got a good thing happening with money. You got money flowing in, stability around money, or paying off some sort of a debt that's been hanging over your head. I think you got some money stuff coming in. I think I got to do is just Mel is the other one here, right? No other moderators? Oh, no questions. Okay, I'm gonna go eat. All right, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back on about 10 o'clock. So I'll see you guys then. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.